My God! So today we have really a lot of news. Well, yesterday only 3 4 news. There was not much for me to add a value. There was really not much news, so I did not make an episode yesterday. So today we've got some really awesome news. So you guys will have a fantastic evening or night, of course. So let's just talk about the first news that we have. First is that first of all, now.arsenal is a Twitter account that you need to follow right away because they bring this news and they also have credited someone else for this news. FK, who's the host of Arsenal's Latte Film, this guy has actually they have actually brought this one. So there were some episodes between Arsenal versus Wolves game. So before the game against Wolves, an Arsenal coach was seen having a long chat with the ball boys about where to place the balls for each restart, etc. So the ball boy was brilliant. The ball boy reacting as quick as possible to get the ball back in play. Then the ball boy celebrating Nico Pepe's equalizer. And then you can see the ball boy getting the ball to put in on the line for Jose's kick to prevent time wasting. The ball boy celebrating the last minute winner. So these small things that you see, I've seen this happening in Liverpool, I've seen happening in these other clubs as well. So these small details that we are taking care of before the game is really helping us, which definitely not many people speak about. Also, they say that he was placing the ball on the line for every goal kick to prevent sad time wasting, and he deserved his moment to celebrate when we scored the winner in injury time. Well done. I mean, he's done a fantastic job. He's done a fantastic job. Also, well, Mikel Arteta says, when we talk about the non-negotiables, it's about the values that have to be installed, and if someone is going to damage those values and the environment, he should not be part of the club. It's as simple as that. So let's talk about Karl Heinz. So Paul Ince on Karl Heinz injury says, I haven't got much detail really. He fell in his house. I think he took the ligament off the bone in his thumb. They're talking 4 to 6 weeks if he doesn't need surgery and 2 months if he does. So, yes, sad news, ladies and gentlemen, that Karl Heinz has suffered a strange but bad injury. So, ex-Arsenal defender Ole Iluzhny says on the Ukraine situation, says the situation is horrific. I want to come to coach in the UK, but before anything, I will stand firmly and fight for my people, for my country, and for democracy. Another courageous moment that needs to be spoken about. Unbelievable. Kevin Batsey opens up about Marcelo Flores. He continues to impress for Arsenal. He says he has already shown his qualities. We believe in him as a young footballer and in his fantastic character. He wants to learn and improve every day. So one more in the pipeline of the Hale End, ladies and gentlemen. Marcelo Flores is really turning the heat on. Well, before talking about that, let's talk about after talking about it, let's talk about Aubameyang. So Gabriel says Aubameyang is in my heart. We all wanted him at Arsenal. It's something that happened between him and the coaching staff. The other players were not in it. I said goodbye to him. I hope he enjoys Barcelona. He's a very nice person with a big heart, and I love him very much. We all do. Moving on, so the Cup legends are here. Cedric Soares and Nicola Pepe have been named in the Carabao Cup team of the tournament. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Pepe and Cedric make it into the team of the tournament, and that itself is fantastic. The Cup version of Cedric has been fantastic. Cedric himself has been perfect in Takehiro Tomiyasu's absence. Moving on, Paul Merson again, ladies and gentlemen, makes a statement that you may or may not like. He says Arsenal have two very special footballers who can go all the way to the top in Bukayo Saka and Emil Smith Rowe, and both of them should be signed up now to long-term contracts or sold, because each one of them is worth 70 million pounds easily. They should be talking now about 5-year contracts. Get them signed, and if they don't want to sign, then sell them in the summer. Don't hang around and let them run their contracts down and let them go for next to nothing. So Merson in talking about Arsenal let all the talent go for free, get strict with them. That's what is the idea. Moving on, Cedric says we applied our principles in the end with a lot of emotion. We exploded with a 2-1 win. You need to celebrate your wins, especially when they're important. Lee Dixon says, if I'm in that Arsenal dressing room now, I'm not looking at Manchester United. I'm looking at catching Chelsea. Of course, of course. That's where exactly our vision should be as well. So, Ray Parler on Lacazette says, he's such an important player because all the youngsters will be looking up to him. His work rate last night was sensational. At times, his finishing could have been better. He probably doesn't get enough goals, if I'm being honest, but he led by example. I hope Arsenal can come to some sort of a deal. It's not going to be like an Ozil or Aubameyang contract. I reckon you can probably give him the same money or a little bit less, and he would sign another year contract because he needs strikers in the summer, or at least one. We do need strikers in the summer, of course, but let's see. I'm not gonna talk much about it. Moving on, so since Leeds United have sacked Marcelo Bielsa, Ben White on his Instagram stories, he's actually paid tribute to Marcelo Bielsa. So, fantastic to see. Arsenal's technical director Edu on his Instagram story says, with each news the pain only increases. I leave this tool, which is Instagram, here as a means of communication to receive any message of help, and I will try in every way to help you go along with my family. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So, Edu Gaspar is ready to help any person from Ukraine who needs any sort of help. So that's really cool, isn't it? Also, James Maddison versus Martin Odegaard this season. Here's from Adam Ravoge. Well, here's the feel-good factor. You can see red one is Martin Odegaard. Look at the domination from Martin Odegaard. Of course, James Maddison has his, a fantastic stat in NPXG per 90. Dribble percentage is also good. Dispossessions per 90, that's not good actually. Miscontrols per 90 is more for James Maddison. But apart from that, look at that dominance. Look at the successful pressure percentage, successful pressure per 90, live ball SCA 90. Look at those stats that Martin Odegaard is killing. Anyone who still thinks that, Maddison would have been a better choice than Martin Odegaard, yeah, suck on them news, man. Also, according to Independent's Miguel Delaney, Arsenal have been offered the chance to sign João Felix, but he's said to be tempted by Newcastle. What? He's what? Tempted to join Newcastle United? Are you serious, lad? Who even came up with this news, man? Miguel Delaney? Whatever, man. Also, Real Madrid are reportedly set to face competition from Arsenal and West Ham United in the race to sign River Plate midfielder Enzo Fernandez. According to a report from rijoiace, River Plate midfielder Enzo Fernandez, who is a transfer target for Real Madrid, has popped up on the radars of Arsenal, Tottenham and West Ham United. So there's this young talent that is being wanted. Let me know if you guys know much about him. Enzo Fernandez. Also, Charlie Patino has actually picked up an injury but is hoping to return to action sooner than later, ladies and gentlemen. That's one thing that we did not know. And Arsenal have eyed another goalkeeper here. They're reportedly interested in Nantes goalkeeper Alban Lafont. That is according to rijoiace, who state that Arsenal are eyeing the stopper alongside North London rivals Tottenham Hotspur. Of course, Hugo Lloris is getting old, so they would be looking at someone new. So Alban Lafont is where everyone's attention is at the moment. So will that stay for long? Will that interest go? It's just a rumor that we need to talk about. Moving on, let us talk about an update, and here's actually an update from Yuri Tielemans. He has hinted that he could potentially be a better signing for Arsenal as opposed to James Maddison. Now, Premier League's Uncut YouTube show, he said that, I think we both have our qualities, him and Maddison. I can't decide on that who is better. I am very confident with myself, so I will say myself because I'm a really confident player, but James Maddison, his passing ability is really good as well. So, Tielemans says he's much more a better player than James Maddison. Alright. Strange to say that they both play together, whatever, that's up to them now. Moving on, so it looks like there is a price tag for Jude Bellingham after all. So I've just come across certain news that, of course, Liverpool and Chelsea are in the midst to sign Jude Bellingham, and the price tag that has been set by Dortmund, of course, Dortmund, Dortmund, 90 million pounds. Jude Bellingham, 90 million pounds. I think the hype has gone to overhype right now, but 90 million for Jude Bellingham. The reason why well, of course, he's a player that I would want him to come to Arsenal, of course, before going to Dortmund. Of course, Arsenal could have snapped him for very cheap. But that did not happen, sadly. But right now, what I'm looking at the moment, 90 million pounds for Jude Bellingham is too high. 40-50 is completely fine. Dortmund will still make a bank on him. 90 million, my god, that's really too much. The inflation is fantastic, but not for that money. But I would really want Jude Bellingham at Arsenal. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.